How do you study for the MCAT? So I'm just going to break it down into a couple components. For big exams like this, it is extremely important to know how to take the test and how to do questions in the style you're going to get those questions asked on exam day. So for the MCAT, what I see a lot of students don't do, which they should do, is they don't do enough practice questions and they don't start practice questions early on. A lot of people think you need to have this big content phase where you read through all the textbooks and basically relearn everything you've learned in undergrad. Maybe you need a little bit more of that phase if it's been many, many years before you've taken any classes. But if you're just finished all your pre-med prereqs or even are still taking those prereqs while you're studying for the MCAT, you should have a good understanding and have seen most of that material. That's why studying for classes and doing well in classes is so important even for the MCAT. And so when freshmen and sophomore ask me, how do I study for the MCAT? The best thing I tell them is just do well in your classes and learn that content for your classes because that will carry over. However, once you switch over into that full MCAT prep mode, you should be doing questions every single day. So I recommend our students use UWorld and the AMC question bank. I like incorporating some sort of spaced repetition. So Anki flashcards is how I have our students do it because it's the best platform in my opinion for spaced repetition once you learn how to properly use it. So you do that, and then of course you want to learn the content or freshen up on the content somehow. I personally like short, straight to the point videos. That's what we have our students use. We have our own content bank of videos. But if you truly feel like you learn from the textbook, then you could read the textbooks as well. We have our MCAT Power Book, which is a high yield summary of everything you need to know. That's not for learning information. That's more for reviewing it. So I think the best way is to do questions and then watch content videos. But if you really learn well from reading textbooks, then by all means go for it. I just don't think you should spend like 3 months just doing textbook reading, forgetting half of the information, then finally start doing practice questions. Get into the practice questions early, do spaced repetition, do content, and then do full-length practice exams like the ones the AMC gives you. You can have a couple third-party ones as well. And that's going to be the best way, in my opinion, and what I've seen work for a lot of students to study for the MCAT.